Happy Friday, folks. If you've been too busy working or holiday shopping to catch the news, we've had tremendous volatility this week on Wall Street, on Capitol Hill, and on social media. In the next few minutes, I'll summarize it, and then I'll break down my take on why it's happening and how it bodes for our new year ahead. First, let's look at the markets. Let's start by going back to Election Day. You can see there was an initial relief rally, either because we didn't have a contested election or in the hopes that Trump 2.0 might be pro-business and restore some fiscal order to Washington. That was followed in mid-November by a brief retraction, which really ushered in a Thanksgiving rally that at the time seemed like it would lead right into a Santa Claus rally. But that stumbled 2 weeks ago when the Dow Industrials Index did something it hasn't since the early 1970s. For 2 weeks, the Dow had back-to-back losing sessions, 12 of them, which is virtually unheard of, and suggested that the markets decided 2025 will not be as bullish as analysts had first predicted. That brings us to lunchtime this Wednesday, when Fed Chair Jerome Powell announced the Fed was cutting rates again by a quarter point, which was no surprise to anyone. The markets had put 99% odds on him doing just that. But, as is often the case, it's his press conference afterwards where the financial media can pepper him with questions when his comments tend to either rally the market or throw it into chaos. And that's what we got Wednesday, when he reversed himself on inflation. The confusion he caused led to an 1,100-point sell-off in the Dow, with the S&P and NASDAQ not far behind. Now remember, from my last few videos, I've been suggesting we were ripe for a pullback from this overbought frothiness in the market. And you can see on the chart that the Dow and the S&P have now given up all their gains since Election Day. The gains of the tech-heavy NASDAQ index that holds most of the chip makers and AI-related companies managed to hold its head just above water. That brings us to this morning, when a better than expected inflation reading was released, causing the markets to recover a decent portion of what they'd lost since Wednesday. Unfortunately, even though they were all in the green for the day, they still ended the week in the red. Another tailwind happened just moments ago when Congress passed a CR, or continuing resolution, that funds the government for another 3 months. The first CR, the one on the left, was 1,500 pages long and included pork barrel projects and a 40% raise for all members of Congress. That was scuttled Wednesday, and the replacement, approved moments ago, is the 118-page one on the right. In fact, it was this very photo, tweeted nationwide, that caused a mini rebellion against government waste this week. This removes a headwind from the markets next week that should help the rally continue, and it's a harbinger of the fiscal tightening coming in the next Congress that will be seated in January. That's all I've got for today. I want to wish you and your loved ones a wonderful holiday, and I will see you in my next video.